Dale Carnegie wrote a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a book you've heard of, you might not have read, you probably maybe heard it as a punchline to a joke, but this is a book that he wrote that was all about how to succeed in business. It talks about the 6 ways to make people like you. And some of the concepts are to smile, to speak, to talk, to get other people to talk, find out what they're interested in, listen to them. They like hearing their name. He says that that's the sweetest word, or the sweetest sound in any language is hearing your own name. So those are the exciting things that he was talking about. Well, if you think about it, that fits for social marketing. Those are the rules for social marketing. You need to engage consumers. You need to be optimistic. You need to smile. You need to be honest. You need to listen. You can't just go out there with your message all the time and expect them to respond. And so as a marketer, when we look at this, it's not, for social marketing, it's not the one-way conversation. It's the two-way conversation. It's getting people to listen. It's finding what they're interested in talking about and then delivering value. Delivering value is not value to the brand, it's value to the consumer. And to highlight that, I'll bring up an example here. It's one we have in the book, and it's a company called Wachovia. Anybody's heard of it? Anybody here work for Wachovia? Wachovia is the 4th largest bank in the nation. Over 100,000 employees. It has one of its approaches to social marketing was it opened a Twitter account. So you can go to twitter.com/Wachovia and you can see what's going on, see how Wachovia is approaching social marketing. Well, what they do is they have somebody staff it every day. And the reason I know that is the person signs on in the morning and says, "Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm ready to take your customer service requests." That's the actual tweet. And sure enough, people flood in with their conversations. People flood in with, I can't find an ATM near me, or it ate my card, or who do I talk to get this certain paperwork to turn in for my taxes? All these sorts of conversations. So is Wachovia connecting with consumers? Maybe. Are they marketing? Absolutely not. Are they engaging them? Are they getting them engaged and excited about Wachovia? I would say no. Let's talk about another bank. And this one's ING Direct. They don't have branches, they have cafes. And they're located, their home base is here in Wilmington, Riverfront. And the way they approach Twitter is a little bit different than the way they approach social marketing. And there was one day where a parent was posting a tweet about, they were lamenting about the high cost of putting their kid through sports. And anybody here who's had a kid that's gone to dance class and you had to buy dresses for them for recitals or soccer or football or whatever it is, there's all these costs that are involved. And if you don't have kids in those situations, you've probably been hit up by the fundraisers for somebody trying to sell you wrapping paper or candles or cookies or something to support such an endeavor. So there's a lot of cost there. Well, ING Direct saw this tweet that somebody had posted and replied with, "We understand saving for sports is hard. Here's an article from USA Today on great ways to save money in sports." And so they sent them a link to a USA Today article. There was no conversation about CD rates. There was no request to open an account. There was no claim that, we can save you money. If you send us $50, we'll open an account with you and you'll start earning money right away for your kid's school. All of that would have been appropriate. I mean, that would have been an okay marketing conversation. But what they did was something different. They sent a link on to somebody, just like a friend would send a link on to somebody else. If I saw something of interest to somebody, I might pass a link on to them. And what that demonstrates is that I understand what they value, and I listened to what was important to them, and I sent a link along. They might not even have been a customer of ING Direct, but ING Direct had a very public conversation with them and offered value. And there's that word again, value. So what is value? And what is it? And the problem is that value is user-defined. What value means to you is different than what it means to me. It means something, what may be valuable to me is totally different in the car versus in the home. Somebody in here may love getting the pizza coupons, they love saving money on Domino's coupons that come in and they look forward to them. But for me, when they come in the mail, they're just clutter in the mailbox and then they're clutter in the recycling bin. So value is very much user-defined. So that's difficult for a marketer because you can't craft this great marketing message and say this is going to work for a great audience when what is important to me is not important to somebody else.